Welcome back, weekend hacksers. Today's video will cover how I paid off my mortgage in 4.5 years. Let's get started by opening Microsoft Excel. Click on More Templates. In the search bar, type Loan Amortization. Select Loan Amortization Schedule and hit Create. A loan amortization schedule is a table that shows all of the payments for a loan, including how much goes toward interest and principal. This template will allow you to adjust optional payments and show you beginning and ending balances with each payment, as well as an overall loan summary. With this information at your fingertips, you'll be able to budget and plan for paying off your mortgage in no time. We will have to make adjustments to this template before we can use it. Select all cells by pressing Ctrl-A and double-click the boundary between row headers to auto-fit the row height to the content. Next, we will rename the table. Select any cell in the table and select the Table Design tab. Rename the table name to Table 1. Hit Resize Table to add more rows to the table. Revise the last 100 rows to 400. Next, let's add bounded rows to make the table easier to read. In the Table Design drop-down, select any combinations of colors that you prefer. We will select orange. To make it easier to navigate the table, we will freeze the header row. Select the first row of data in the table and then click on the View tab. Select Freeze Panes and then select Freeze Panes. This will let you scroll through the table without losing view of the table headers. Next, let's add a helpful feature to identify the last payment. Select the Home tab, Conditional Formatting, Manage Rules, then delete the current rule. We will have to add a new rule to highlight the last payment. Select New Rule, and then select Use a formula to determine which cells to format. Enter the following formula. This identifies the value in the ending balance with $0 amount and a beginning balance that is not $0. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and get notifications for more great content. Once your formula is complete, select the Format button to change the background to a color of your choosing. We will select green, and then click OK. Type Table 1 in the Applies to bar and select Apply. You will know that the conditional formatting worked if the highlighted row has an ending balance of $0 and a beginning balance that is not $0. If these conditions are not met, just repeat the process and retype the formula. Once the formatting works, hit OK to close the window. Next, let's add an additional column between extra payment and total payment columns. Name this column Extra Payment 2. Be sure to relabel Extra Payment column to Extra Payment 1. Next, we will update the Total Payment function to add the Extra Payment 2 column. Similarly, add Extra Payment 2 to the Ending Balance function. Now, let's test the formulas. Add a $300 to Extra Payment 2. This should auto-calculate total payment, principal, interest, ending balance, and cumulative interest. Now, let's open a sample closing disclosure to test our amortization schedule. A closing disclosure is typically a 5-page document that outlines the final terms and costs of a mortgage loan, including loan amount, interest rate, monthly payments, and closing costs. First, we will input the loan amount of $55,000. Second, let's input the annual interest rate of 6.375%. Next, input the loan period in years. This will show as the loan term on the closing disclosure. We will use the closing date on the disclosure as the start date of the loan. Delete the $300 extra payment to and set the optional extra payment as $0. As you scroll down, you can see that the total payment column in the amortization schedule of $475.34 matches the monthly principal and interest on the closing disclosure. Now that our amortization schedule is complete, the loan summary will show the scheduled payment amount, scheduled number of payments, actual number of payments, total early payments, and total interest paid. Let's say that you want to pay an additional $5,000 towards the principal. Input $5,000 in the extra payment to for payment number 4. As you can see, the actual number of payments reduced from 180 to 155 and reduced the interest from $30,560.79 to $23,649.49. What if we want to make additional monthly payment to the principal? Type $200 in the optional extra payments. Similarly, this also reduced the number of payments from 155 to 95 and reduced the total interest from $23,649.49 to $13,872.71. Now, let's see what happens if we make an additional principal payment. Type $4,000 extra payment to payment number 8. In this case, total payments were further reduced from 95 to 86, and total interest was reduced from $13,872.71 to $11,680.54. We hope this video helped you hack your weekend. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video.